This is news updates on Housing TV Africa, the headlines. President Tinubu appoints Laka as National Coordinator for National Counterterrorism Center. Dangiwa inaugurates Registration Board for Quantity Surveyors of Nigeria. On the foreign scene, Kenyan Housing Ministry moves to triple rent for civil servants. Hello and welcome to the news at this hour. Bringing you live from our studio in Abuja. I am Mimuna Bagudu. Now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of Major General Adamu Garba Laka as the new national coordinator of the National Counterterrorism Center under the Office of the National Security Advisor. General Laka served in various capacities in the northeast Nigeria, where he deployed tactical means to degrade terrorist groups. He also served in Sierra Leone and the Democratic Republic of Congo under the United Nations and was part of the Nigerian contingent in the U.S. AFRICOM exercise in Senegal. He holds master's degrees in national security from the National Defense University, Pakistan, and in International Affairs and Strategic Studies, Nigerian Defense Academy. The president anticipates that General Laka will bring his vast experience into this critical role to effectively remove security threats through preemptive, proactive, and diligent counterterrorism coordination. President Bola Tinubu has declared that individuals involved in despicable crimes such as kidnapping must be treated as terrorists. The president made the declaration at a dinner with members of the Federal Judiciary led by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwoola. Reiterating the government's resolve to defeat banditry, the president said those who resort to kidnapping children are cowards, incapable of confronting the minds of the Nigerian armed forces. President Tinubu has maintained that his government will not negotiate with bandits, even as the marauders continue to make kidnapping for ransom an enterprise, abducting hundreds of school children and residents, with the most recent mass abduction in 137 school children from Kuriga in Kaduna State. Away from security matters, now to housing, the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Dangiwa, has created a 15-member board, which comprises 6 appointees of the ministry for the registration of quantity surveyors of Nigeria to ensure the promotion of integrity, honesty, transparency, and fairness in the course of performing their professional duties. Dangiwa gave the call during the formal inauguration of the 10th constituted board of the QSRBN. The board is a professional regulatory agency for quantity surveyors under the supervision of the Housing Ministry. The appointment is in accordance with Section 2, subsection 1B of the Act. Five appointees are in the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors in accordance with Section 21C of the Act, and 4 appointees representing institutions of higher education in accordance with Section 21D of the Act. Dangiwa stated that the appointment of the board members was a call to national service, saying that they have a critical role to play. In fixing the challenges facing the housing sector through the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development as intended by President Bola Tinubu. And now to Abia State. The state government, Alex Oti, has flagged off the long-awaited construction of an 11.7-kilometer road in the Isiu-Ikwato local government area of Abia State. Expressing excitement through the laudable project, Lucky Johnson, representing Isiu-Ikwato State Constituency, called it the heart of Isiu-Ikwato and a vital link connecting Enugu State to Port Harcourt and Umuahia. When completed, the road is expected to reduce travel time and boost the sale of farmers' agricultural products by enabling easier access to markets in Umuahia and Aba. You're watching News Updates on Housing TV Africa. We'll bring you more stories after the break. Stay with us.
Would you like to be a part of the groundbreaking initiative shaping the future of housing in Africa? Join us for the 18th edition of Africa International Housing Show, ARHS, the continent's largest housing and construction expo, with a legacy of excellence spanning 17 editions. AIHS stands as Africa's largest platform for showcasing the latest in housing and construction innovations. Join us for a dynamic showcase featuring product presentations, exhibitions of cutting-edge building technologies, home interiors, construction equipment, mortgage services, and much more. Meet the market, engage in interactive forums with industry leaders and stakeholders from various countries, participate in matchmaking, breakfast meetings, and B2B sessions. Don't miss out on this opportunity to network, collaborate, and drive positive change in the housing sector across Africa. Save the date for AIHS, where opportunity meets innovation. Register and book a stand today at Africa International Housing Show, coming up this July 19th to 25th, 2024 at International Conference Center, Abuja. Visit www.africahousingshow.com to register or call +234 816 657 0090. Be there.
Welcome back. Glad to know you're still there. Now moving on to other developments. In a bid to enforce regulatory measures aimed at enhancing security and regulatory compliance within the telecommunications sector by the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), more subscriber identity model SIM numbers not linked to National Identification Numbers (NIN) will be disconnected by telecommunication companies on Friday, March 29th to 24. The Director of Public Publicity at the NCC, Ruben Muka, stated that there will be no changes to the deadline for the next phase of disconnection. The NCC's directive for disconnection is being rolled out in stages, with the second phase set for March 29th, 2024, continuing as previously announced. The initial phase took place on February 28, 2024. Subsequently, while the third phase is slated to begin on April 15, 2024. The SIM NIN linkage initiative is a crucial step towards improving the integrity of subscriber data and enhancing security measures within the telecommunications industry. Now to the foreign scene. The Principal Secretary of the State Department for Housing and Urban Development, Kenya, Charles Hinga, has written to the Treasury seeking approval to review the rent for the 56,892 civil servants' houses that has remained unchanged for the past 23 years. Civil servants who have been as low as 30,000 Kenyan shilling monthly in rent for 3-bedroom houses located in prime locations will dig deeper into their pockets if the Treasury approves proposals to triple the amount. The review will also see rent payable for low-cadre civil servants increase upwards from the current 1,000 Kenyan shilling per month. Now, before we call it a wrap, here is a recap of the major stories. President Tinubu appoints Laka as National Coordinator for National Counter-Terrorism Center. Dangiwa inaugurates registration board for quantity surveyors of Nigeria. And on the foreign scene, Kenyan Housing Ministry moves to triple rent for civil servants. For more news in the housing sector, do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Housing TV Africa. You can also follow us on all social media platforms at Housing TV Africa. Thanks for watching. I am Mimuna Bagudu. Bye-bye.